A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumwear, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings. Wreck your Lambo the first stages by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, these some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edges. Ski on the slopes of life, slide down the Ave at night. Watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Looking at real estate, brother, I need to ask in price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already on to the next thing. Peace and bless, King.
The camera would help, right? Hey, what's going on, guys? What it takes, Monday, first Monday in February. It's the love month. It's the love month, February 6, 2023. Welcome to What It Takes, the branding and marketing edition. That's the month. That's the topic for the month is going to be branding and marketing. But before we get into that, we got a couple of things. You know how it goes. Number one, housekeeping. Remember to like, subscribe, share, depending on what platform you're on, follow, etc. If you're seeing this, if this is just reaching you some kind of way, within the social media or wherever it is on the internet, like, subscribe, share, follow. Lots of updates, lots of different things, guys. I'm still here right around 9 o'clock. This is a pre-recorded show. Forgive me. It's made my day a lot better. I was dropping the show at 9 o'clock. I should be in bed at 8:30. I was up at 2:30 this morning. So praise God for that. Remember, Wednesdays, the Tenacity Foundation. It starts with me. Go check out my brother, Joel Simmons, over there at the Tenacity Foundation, always interviewing different people from the community and probably not just community. I think he's had people from out of the country. So always interviewing different people. Go check it out. You'll hear different testimonies. And then, of course, on Fridays, Community Beacon. Go check out Community Beacon, guys. 6:30 Fridays. Excellent episodes. We're rounding about almost a year and a half of those shows, man. We're in it to win it. So check it out. Different types of it invites you to some conversations that we have. And I think the last conversation got pretty raw, and we're going to continue going down there that way. Just talking about different issues, topics in the community. Of course, Joel is out in the community. He's in Riviera Beach. I want to say every other Saturday or one Saturday a month. He's doing a reach out to the community. So go check that out. Tenacity Foundation. Go check him out. Joel Simmons. Definitely glad to have him in my life. And of course, we have the male perspective. Go check out Podcast Plus with Beethoven Francois. Oh my God. Up and running, and we are moving. Short show tonight. Of course, you know, the first show of every month, I talk about what the topic is going to be for the year. It's going to be branding and marketing. So I'll go a little bit into that after I give you guys some real estate news. I mean, put this on the screen. I already had this for you guys ready to go. This comes from our friendly newspaper, our friendly local newspaper, the Palm Beach Post, not the Sun Sentinel. The Palm Beach Post. If you all haven't seen what they've done to the Palm Beach Post building, what is it, on Dixie, I believe? Like, it's changed. I think they sold like half of it. Are we reading the newspaper anymore, guys? That might go. We might talk about that in marketing. Is it a good time to market to the newspaper? I guess it depends on your demographic. Somebody's reading it. But yeah, a lot of changes over that. What used to be the Palm Beach. I think there's a Starbucks where half of it was, part of it was, and oh man, I think they even built a fresh market down there as well. Okay, focus, Mike. All right, so this really article started off, and this is what I really wanted to go take a look at. Well, like what was going on with the Palm Beach County, and I actually was going to put it next to what was happening with the real estate market, but lucky me. Man, here we go. My computer has been moving so slow. Lucky me, everything was all in this one article. So this was back in December 12th You're normally going to see, especially when we're talking about, I mean, they normally do it by quarter, but to get the entire picture, we have to go back. And this one happens to go back a little bit, 2 months ago, right? It's not far ago when we're talking about the job market. So it says the Palm Beach County's labor market is set to close out with an unemployment rate of under 3% and close to a record set late last April, defying the more restrained forecast from a year ago. Palm Beach County is just a little bit different from the rest of, South Florida is a little bit different from the rest of the country. Like certain cities and metropolitan areas, they all, like, real estate is hyper local. And real estate job markets, they often go hand in hand. So it's all hyper local. So this is what's going on. So when we hear these different national statistics, it's very important for us to say what is happening within our neck of the woods. Okay, so this is Palm Beach County. It says we've been really encouraged with what we've seen thus far. This is from the Vice President of the Administration of Career Source, where people who are unemployed, I believe they handle it for Palm Beach County. If you live and work here, you've been really lucky. We need to mint these words. If you haven't been outside, and I know it's late night now, but it is a beautiful day. By the time you've seen it, it was a beautiful day. We've been doing much better than the nation as a whole. Listen, we've been doing much better than the nation as a whole. That's what I said. For a lot of that time, better overall than the state. South Florida is a different economy. It's a different economy. We live, some of us live here, some of us who aren't watching this and they're watching from different states. It's a different economy, man. It's been fruitful for those looking for work and frustrating for employees looking to hire because people are working, especially as older workers continue retiring, but the ranks of younger workers aren't plentiful enough to fill the voids. Not at the city. Nobody's retiring at the city. You got to maybe retire. Shouts out to Daniel McIntosh. I think I saw a retirement party. So shouts out to him. He's always been a great guy. So good for him. Kudos. All which has led labor economists, business asks, where have all the 20-somethings gone? I know a couple of 20-somethings. All those 20-somethings were teenagers when I was working at the city, when I was working with the youth at the city. So let's just say they have an interesting outlook on what the job market looks like. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to delve deeper into that just because you said it. Still, the most recent job reports for October present a very bullish snapshot. The county's jobless rate stood at about 2.7%, almost a percentage point under the 3.5% rate registered for the same month in 2021. Awesome job. Plus, it's just a fraction of the percentage. So there's jobs out here to be had. Unemployment is not there. It's pretty, really, really low. Let's see what happens as inflation starts to go up. People might have to start getting 2 jobs, right? Can the unemployment rate go to negative? It's a joke. There appears to be a little on the horizon in the party for those. Look, I hate reading through these things. I'm going to cut right to it. The leisure and hospitality industry, of course, that makes up. It's huge. We call it the season here in South Florida, where the snowbirds come down. You get 14% more jobs, 11,600 positions in the past year were created. The trade, transportation, utility sector, which I think transportation is going to be crazy. Do we see all of the development that's happening within transportation? Wellington having a train line that's going to be hooked up to downtown West Palm. Then we got the Bright Line that's adding all these extra stops up and down South Florida. What's going to happen to the Tri-Rail? We weren't, and as a native, I would consider myself a native South Floridian, even though I wasn't born here. I've spent most of my life here. Transportation was terrible. But we're starting to see a lot more in regards to transportation, a lot more things happening. So the connections, being able to go to Miami and not have to drive or take the Tri-Rail with all the stops, etc. Like there's going to be a lot of different things. That Bright Line is changing the game, and then, like I said, Wellington to going for them, which means that you can go from out west, you can go into the city. We're so spoiled here. We're so spoiled in South Florida. If you drive more than 20 minutes, you think about it. You really think about it. This is before gas prices. Do I want to make that trip to Delray? The Palm Beach County housing market. Okay, so this is what I loved. I was looking this stuff up anyways to go with this article, but it's in the article, right? The Palm Beach County housing market has lost some of its sizzle. Yep, it was on fire. Forget sizzling. I mean, it was above hot. Remains decidedly in favor of sellers still. Okay. And it's going to tell you why. I read this a little bit earlier. Existing single-family homes sold for a median price of $570,000 in October, which was 14% higher than during the same month last year. The October price is down, however, from the record high median of $620 in June. Between February, March to June was insane. It's saying that it rose to 3.2 months worth. That figure is still well under the 5.5 months worth of inventory. This is what a stable market is. It means that we have 5.5 months worth of inventory on the market. And that means that both seller and both buyers are pretty much equal. We're in a market where that's why we saw the $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 over appraisal. Forget asking price, like over the appraised value of the property. We were seeing people come out of their pensions or savings, wherever that money was, they were paying extra for the properties. It's still about 3.2 months. And really, we're talking about it depends on the price point. If it's under $350,000, it's not even 3.2 months. We're right around 31,000 homes on the multiple listed service. That's between Palm Beach, Broward, a little bit of Dade, North Dade County, although we have some further south in Dade County, but I'm in regards to MLS, and a little bit of the Treasure Coast as well. So 31,000 properties, single families, condos, and townhomes. That's not a lot. I always talk about back in my day, there were about 59,000 homes available. It says 2023, it starts as another job seekers market. So that's not good news for employers looking to fill vacant jobs because people have options or to add workers needed for business expansion. So you have to get really, really competitive in regards to that, man. This is awesome news. This is awesome news for real estate. And of course, we are still working. I mean, I have a team nationally because most of the people that I work with, most of the people in our group are top tier realtors in regards to out of the county. Although I'd have out of the county, Miami. I don't think we have anybody else in Palm Beach besides myself. Maybe Darla, who's Southern Palm Beach. Orlando, Philadelphia. We got some Boston agents, a lot of California agents, a lot of Texas agents, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth area, Orlando, metropolitan area. Do we have West? We do have a couple of people on West Coast. Like I said, a lot of California. Every are buzzing market. Get as many. We got to put homes on the market. And real estate, anytime home sells, it adds an extra. What is it? $80,000 to the ecosystem in regards to jobs, in regards to hiring people, in regards to services, each in surrounding real estate. It adds an extra over 80-something thousand. I'll give you the exact number. If you want, you can DM me. All right, man, I'm already at 15 minutes. Let me get to what we're talking about today. Branding and marketing. What we're talking about for the rest of the month. I'm going, and this is interesting. With what it takes, I'm actually doing these things. So I'm doing these things, and then as we progress, I'm telling you what I'm doing that's working. If it's not working, I'm going to tell you it's not going to work. But most of these things are tried and true. I've already spent too much money. I've spent a lot of time. I've done a lot of research in regards to this. Matter of fact, the Male Perspective Show, someone asked me, they said, Mike, how do you know all this stuff? Like, you must not do anything but spend. Like, where are you getting these numbers? Where are you getting these statistics? It's when you start a business, you need to know these things, especially when in regards to real estate. Like, who are my clients? What's my client base? What's my customers? Who am I looking to go after? You know, that everyone's not. There's a book called Blue Ocean. Where's the red ocean? Right? Like, where should I plant my flag? A lot of money, a lot of research, a lot of time, experience, a lot of mistakes made in coming up with these things. And I'm still working on new things because we have to continuously tweak. So I'm doing these different things. I've done these things and I'm going to continue doing it. If something stops working or it doesn't work, I'm going to tell you. I have no problem. So if you have any questions in regards to that, let me know. In regards to, I started talking about brand identity. The easiest brand to have is one that is true and it aligns to your core values. That's the easiest brand because you want a brand identity. You want something in which you can talk about. I can talk about business all day. It doesn't matter. I can talk about business. I can talk about processes. I can do this. Like, you can tell, like, this is not. You would get burnt out so fast. I've been doing this show for over 2 years now. Beethoven and I started, and I just continued doing it. It's 2 years. Been talking to myself in the camera. Like, you want your brand identity to be as closely aligned as possible to some of your core values because that helps with the burnout. If there's something that you can enjoy, you can find. If you can find enjoyment in, stick along that brand identity. But then you got to start thinking about, okay, well, where's my demographic at? Well, business, there's a plethora of people that can talk about business, but some of you may not necessarily like business. This is almost a Gary Vee strategy. So Gary Vee would have you to find whatever your passion is and just put it out there and then just wait. And, in the meantime, one of the things he did say, well, you might need to do it in your extra 4 hours because you need to find things that are going to bring funds in, right? That's helpful. It's helpful if your passion or your business is somewhere aligned along where the money is already there or it's about to be there. I think I don't know what to say because even if you enjoy something, I guess it'd be like fishing. I seen a guy doing a fishing show the other day. This guy had close to 1 million. No, I think it was a couple 100,000 followers. It wasn't 1 million, and I saw him testing different reels and whatever it was, but there's a lot of people that like fishing. So what I was listening to someone and they spoke about there's 1 million other people that are out there like you. You need to find a portion of them. You need to get it out to find a portion of them. And how do you do that? Well, we're going to get into that. But like I said, that Gary Vee strategy is tough because a lot of people are talking about their passion. You need to be passionate. You need to make money too. What is it? The number 2 reason for divorce is finances. The number 1 is filing for divorce, right? So you got to figure out how to make money. If you want to do this, then you got to figure out ways of how to ignite your passion and how to brand yourself. I think even at your jobs, you should be branding yourself to be the go-to person for this, for spreadsheets, to run meetings, for speeches, human resources, relations, human resources. I don't know, what is it called when you employee relations? Like you brand yourself to be that person. When anybody thinks about this person in your job space, just like in business, when everybody thinks about this in your business, they should be thinking about, boom, this person. Real estate is interesting because people would rather use close friends or relatives in regards to it. So, but if they come to you and you have that expert knowledge, you can show them how to make extra money. A lot of that family loyalty may go out the window. I'm just being honest, or friendship loyalty, because people tend to value money over friendships and relationships. And that's not a bad thing. You want to do what's the best for you and your family, especially when it comes to selling your home. All right. We're talking about Facebook marketing or social media and the marketing aspect of it. I can't wait to talk about that. I can't wait to talk about in regards to marketing, social media, and what we should be doing. But that's it, guys. That's what we'll be talking about this month. I'm actually going to be doing getting really deep dive into my brand and identity, and you're all going to watch it happen. And I appreciate that. If you guys want to talk anything about real estate, you want to know what's going on in the market, how to find some off-market properties, there's the number, man. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation. Other than that, I appreciate you guys for checking in each and every Monday or after or whenever you do. Give me a like, engage. Let's have a conversation. I will see you next week.
A man reproduces himself through his child, so when he leave here, he can just smile. But I see fit to stay here a while, maybe buy a timeshare somewhere, rock bumware, beach chair, write a book each year. You can write yourself out of your blessings, wreck your Lambo the first stages by driving too reckless. Time is too precious, these some obvious lessons. Please remind me to watch my step while I balance on edges, ski on the slopes of life, slide down the Ave at night, watching them graphing graffiti on walls, that's the sight. Cars from Germany, I be pushing the fastest type. Look at the real estate, brother, I need to ask in price. Imagine another rapper making me perspire. I got more styles and more flows, plus I'm much flyer. I got more heights to reach, but I'm already higher. I'm already on to the next thing. Peace and bless, King.